Hey everybody, did the news get around about a guy named Butcher Pete? Sorry, that's just a little excited about Fallout, I guess. Anyway, I thought I'd do this video about the Xbox Elite controller that was announced during the Microsoft E3 press conference because it's in the wheelhouse of the interests of this channel. Haven't done a video in a long time, sorry about that, but I thought I'd throw this video at you. So let's get into it, shall we? Now, what I think is most interesting about this is how robust of an attempt to create a pro controller this really is. I mean, it's pretty incredible, in my opinion, when compared to last gen's effort, where they came to realize that they had always had a pretty terrible D-pad on the 360 controller, and they tried to address it, but it was a pretty anemic attempt, in my opinion, and it seemed like most people tended to agree that it wasn't something worth spending any additional money on. But I think that what they are offering here will appeal to a lot of people who care about their controller. So we've got all these different ways of customizing it. We have different thumbstick options. We have a different D-pad option. We've got this sort of dome thing that will be good in certain probably fighting situations, a good emulation for a fight stick as far as what you could do on a controller. And of course, the wildest departure design-wise from any first-party controller ever is actually including these paddles, which you might see from various third parties that would customize controllers to give users more options. The fact that they're putting this on a first-party peripheral is kind of an interesting statement. But what comes along with all these physical enhancements to the controller is also this back end where you can have custom button mappings that you can apply to your controller. So you can have up to 255 profiles stored remotely either on the console itself or on an app for PC. And you can also save 2 profiles for the controller on the actual hardware of the controller itself, and it has a little switch in the very center of the front side of the controller to swap between those 2 profiles. Now, customizable button mapping is something that PS4 has had for a little while. It's baked into a more recent firmware update that allows you to do it system-wide with any controller, with any first-party controller. So the fact that Microsoft is giving you the feature but couching it in a product that they are introducing and putting on as a new separately sold item is just a notable difference between the 2 approaches that the companies took on this kind of feature. Now, this is a hugely important feature for somebody who might have a physical disability who can't use a normal controller in the prescribed way. And for that reason, I really wish Microsoft had included it in a firmware upgrade. Now, I've opted to not ever buy any like SCUF controller or other competitor. There are a few others out there that I'm sure make good products. I've just opted not to do it because I just didn't want to spend all the money on something that I was unsure about as far as the quality of the hardware and so forth. But this is something that I anticipate having a very good build quality, and the fact that you can store so many profiles on the console, and it just seems like a pretty good value, and I'm probably going to end up getting it. I believe it's available in October for $150, and it's a pretty steep price. I mean, it's like almost 3 times the cost of just an ordinary controller, but I think it has a lot of added features, and I just like the idea of giving the paddle sort of idea a try. So if anybody has any interest in this sort of thing or has anything to say about it, feel free to leave a comment in the comments, and feel free to share this with anybody that you think might be interested in this sort of thing. And thanks for watching, and I will chat with you later. Bye.